Hi team, today I'm going to review Spike Lee film called Bamboozled, which I bought for £2.98 from Blockbuster Video, because, an ex-rental, because I am a big spender. Anyway, I've got this on VHS, and I'm not going to upgrade it to DVD, because it's not a good enough film, for one. Well, my video player still works. I don't know what the friggin' problem people have with people still having VHS. I paid for this, a whole £2.98, and why would I bin this? That's fucking stupid. My VHS player still works. Why would I get rid of that? I'll get rid of my VHSs when my VHS player stops working. You tool. Anyway, no, you're not a tool. You're a lovely person. And anyway, what the fuck am I talking about? This film is about Damon Wayans. And he's a TV guy, and this is his boss, this white guy, who is the commissioning editor for this network. And the commissioning editor guy is he basically thinks he's black. He talks like he's from the hood, talks like he's down with the homies, and it's just basically a big white racist stereotype. Well, no, not like a racist stereotype, because he's not like a kind of... He thinks he likes black people, and he thinks he's, he understands the black experience. And he commissions loads of programs that he thinks are pro-black, but are actually racist under the surface. And Damon Wayans is pissed off by this, so he decides to just, as a big F you to the network, he's going to pitch the most racist show he can think of, which is like a revamped black and white minstrel show for the new millennium. But he doesn't think it's going to get picked up or whatever. He thinks he's just going to get fired, but it gets picked up and it becomes this huge, unironic sensation that people, are all for. So then he's torn between being this massive success because it was his idea, but also he knows the show is racist, and anyway. So I guess the film's about an audience just lapping up this entertainment, and they think they're connecting with the black experience or whatever. I don't even know what that phrase means, but they're really watching something that's exploitative and whatever. So that's what the film's about, and it's supposed to be a comedy, but it's not a comedy at all, because the humour is just totally undercut by the fact that you can hear Spike Lee behind the lens grinding his teeth because he's so angry about racism, which is cool. But if you're making a comedy, it should be funny, and this isn't really that funny. But it is interesting. It's filmed on really low-grade cameras. It's not filmed on film. It's filmed on his fucking camera phone or something. He obviously couldn't get, funding to do it properly. So I guess that gives him extra freedom because he's working to a smaller budget. So he makes it exactly how he wants to make it, I guess, which wouldn't necessarily be true if he was making Crash or whatever. But what else did I want to say about this film? So the thing that I really like about this film, even though the film itself isn't brilliant, the last 10 minutes of the film, once the kind of plot of the film is finished, is just this long montage of footage, basically of racist footage and footage of racist artifacts. So ornaments and little toys, little tin toys, and footage from old cartoons that don't appear on TV anymore, but I remember from my childhood seeing them. Really old cartoons, but they would still show them in the 80s. And we've all seen these artifacts, and they're all, we go, yeah, they're bad or whatever, and you might see the odd thing at a Jim Crow exhibition or on a website. Or one of my grandmas, who's now dead, used to have this little ornament of a black guy, and it was a protein. And you don't think, my grandma, I didn't really know her because she died when I was really young, but I didn't think of her as racist. But just there's something, I don't know, those artifacts or whatever, are racist, and they're stereotypical, and they don't really engender the best feelings in people who have them or who make them, whatever. Anyway, I'm not a fucking sociologist, so I can't really talk about that kind of thing. But anyway, we see these kind of things dotted around our cultural landscape, and then anyway, in this film, the last 10 minutes, when it's just this massive sequence of it, it's this overload, a sensory overload. Just you're being bombarded with them and just being hit in the head with this big racist hammer. And every time I've watched it a few times, and whenever I watch that bit at the end, I just it just brings me out in tears immediately, which I am going to submit to you as evidence that I am not a racist. Anyway, so that's all I want to say about this film. I mean, it didn't get a massive release because it was made for 50 cents. But if you've seen this film, let me know what you thought of it. I think it's interesting. It's not a brilliant film, but it's definitely interesting. So let me know what you thought. Anyway, sorry for the long rambling bullshit review again for like the 1000th time. I'm gonna give this I don't know, 3 3/4 Rick Moranis's. I don't know, whatever. All right, I'll see you next week, guys. See you later. Fucking dude, man.